Hey YouTubers, Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Thank you for watching. Today, quick friendly DIY project, step-by-step process on how to replace your solenoid valve on your jet ski engine. Let's get started. Alright YouTubers, we are inside the garage and the jet ski is in winter storage. The summer is over and it's a good time to work on the engine. Got the seats off and I've got a flashlight position for better light. Right there, very accessible and user-friendly as far as a DIY project for removal. That part is wide open, and there is the broken piece that is supposed to go right there. And with that said, that piece is junk. Let's start removing it. Step number 1, cut all electrical power to the engine. Disconnect the negative terminal to your battery and set that cable aside. In our case, it is in winter storage, so we removed the battery entirely and took it inside for the winter to keep it charged and in warm temperatures. After removing the battery, the next part we need to focus on is this little part right there. That's the electrical connection point, and it's a little tricky. Just by pushing this little clamp in, you can see it rotates. Push in and pull off. Set that in a safe location to the side. The next part we want to disconnect is this little Oerdeker clamp here, and I was messing with it and you can see how tight that actually is. It comes off by hand, so this Oerdeker clamp was not doing any near what it is supposed to do as far as pressure to hold this onto this part. So we'll just pry this off, move to the opposite side, and you do not have an Oerdeker clamp on there. That's just a tie strap. Carefully disconnect that and pull this hose off as well. And you may have an additional hose. Again, in our case, ours is broken and this nipple is stuck inside. So what we'll probably do, get some pliers, pull this off and remove that clamp. And back to this clamp here, I'll just pull that right off. And that is what it looks like. These are one-time use. Don't try to reuse this. Purchase new ones. And as far as the tie strap down on there, grab it with some pliers and set that in a safe location where it's not going to drop back inside the engine. And we will take this hose off. And from here, we'll start working on this little part. Remove this clamp and pull that out. Making progress. I have the clamp off and the broken nipple that was stuck inside the hose removed. And from here, 8mm nuts, one on top here and one directly on the opposite side down below. Be very, very careful. Do not drop those nuts inside the engine. They'll be tough to find. And start with the lower nut. Do not remove that nut all the way. I'll show you here shortly. What you'll do is you'll loosen up the lower nut and then you'll remove the upper nut completely, and this part has little slots or grooves on it. You'll just slide the part up and out. So again, do not remove that lower nut all the way. However, remove this upper nut completely. Now have the 8mm nut, and it also has a washer removed and in a safe location where they are not going to fall back into the engine. From here, there's that little slot I was saying, and just grab the part and bring it up and out. So this part is broke, as you can see here, and junk. Back in here real quick, there's that little bolt that the slotted portion of that part fits onto and is then secured by that lower 8mm nut. From here, let's go compare the new part to the old part. Alright, below is the old part, again broken, and there is the new part. Electrical connection point here, as well as an additional nipple for the airflow or gas flow here. So now it's time to reverse the steps, insert the new part, and properly secure the screws and all the hoses. Back to the engine, and the way this part was positioned, again, you have the electrical connection point facing forward toward the forward portion of the engine, and that little bottom slot here will fit over this nut here, and you will carefully position it like that. I will carefully reinsert the washer and 8mm nut and tighten them back down. I've got the washer and 8mm nut on there. Be very, very patient. Be very, very careful. What I've done is inserted it and hand tightened it. From here, I'm going to grab the ratchet and secure it. Top washer and nut are properly tightened and secured. One additional tip, very important, when you are tightening this 8mm nut, pull up on this actual part because if you don't, you will end up tightening this part with this valve resting on the actual nut down below, and you will be unable to insert the socket. So keep that in mind. And again, we did not remove this lower nut. We just loosened it up. Alright, upper and lower nuts are properly secured. That part is on there firmly. From here, we are going to reconnect the 3 hoses. You've got the front hose here, and this side hose, and you've got 1 additional hose on the opposite side. And now we will properly clamp all 3 hoses. First hose secured with the Oerdeker clamp, onto the next one. Second hose secured with the Oerdeker clamp, and the third hose far left side, that only had a tie strap, so we're going to go grab a tie strap and secure that hose. And as far as the tie straps, you can get a bag of 100 of these at your local AutoZone for about $2. So that's all the length that you need as far as tie strap. And the tie strap is secured, and I'll go ahead and clip this loose portion off there. Loose end of the tie strap is cut off. Next, the electrical connection point. Again, push in on that little clamp there and secure the electrical connection point. Job basically is complete. Last thing you want to do, reconnect the negative terminal of your battery if you never had the battery fully removed like we did, or if you're just getting out of winter storage, insert the battery, put the jet ski in the water, and take it for a spin. That's it, YouTubers. See a quick, friendly DIY do-it-yourself project. Hey, do us a favor, below the video, you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely go to your settings, turn on your YouTube notification bell. Once you do that, every video that we upload, you will be notified. You will be able to stay up to date with us, and that will be awesome. Thanks again for watching.